Hello, and welcome to your first lesson on integers. In order to be able to do math with integers, we really have to understand what they mean. So let's talk about integers so that we can use integers to do math operations. Follow along on your worksheet and fill in the blanks. Integers are a set of numbers that belong to the real number system, the real number system. Okay, so real numbers are broken up into two types of numbers. So in the space provided, we will talk about the real number system. We're going to classify numbers using this chart. Real numbers can be broken up into rational numbers, and irrational numbers. Okay, rational numbers can be represented as fractions and decimals that terminate. Irrational numbers are numbers that contain decimals that never end and never repeat. The biggest irrational number that everybody's going to be familiar with is pi, which is 3.14 on and on and on and on until infinity. This is where we're going to focus today. Rational numbers can be broken up into integers, that's what we're going to be learning about, and non-integers. Okay, non-integers are your fractions and numbers that have decimals that end. 3.12, 7.6. They could also be decimals that repeat. 7.666666666 forever and ever. Okay. Integers, this is what we are focusing on. Integers can be broken down into whole numbers, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth, to positive infinity, or negative numbers. Negative numbers have a minus sign in front of them, and then whole numbers can be broken up into positive numbers starting at 1, which would be called your natural numbers, your counting numbers, and the number 0. So this is the chart that separates all of the numbers into their categories. Take some time, if you need to write this chart on your notes. You can press pause at any time on this video. Now, integers, when we talk about them, are defined as your number line numbers. Take some time to picture a number line. The numbers we would typically put on your number line are your integers. They could be negative numbers, the number 0, or positive numbers. So let's look at a number line. You're going to have a number line, and it's going to have arrows on either end because a number line contains all of the numbers from negative infinity to positive infinity. Somewhere in the middle of our number line, we're going to have a marker that has the number 0. All of the numbers to the right of 0 are positive. All of the numbers that are to the left of 0 are negative. These are your integers. Any number that is not a fraction or not a decimal that would be represented on a number line are your integers. Okay, let's take a look at the worksheet. You have in front of you a few different types of numbers. Take some time to circle the integers that are on your worksheet. Remember the definition of integer, and that will help you with this worksheet. feel free to push pause on the video, take some time to circle the integers, all of the integers on this worksheet. Okay, so we're going to remember that integers are number line numbers, no fractions, no decimals. They could be negative numbers, positive numbers, or the number 0. Let's see how you did on this worksheet. Did you circle -3? Did you circle 5? Did you circle 200? Did you circle 17? What about 0 and -36? The uncircled numbers are fractions, decimals, or irrational numbers. Okay, great job with circling your integers. Now, often math students will ask where they're going to use this material in real life. While you may not use integers in real life, there are real life situations that do require an understanding of integers. So if you look at the last page of your worksheet, you will see real life situations that require using integers. Integers in real life situations. Let's walk through each example together. Number 1, an average rainfall of 6 inches above normal. What we're looking for is numbers, only numbers, that represent the situation. Since this class is about integers, we're going to use integers to represent each situation. There are going to be key words that help you identify which integer you're going to use, if it's going to be a negative number, 0, or a positive number. For these, you are only writing numbers, only numbers. So, an average rainfall of 6 inches above normal. It does not matter what normal is. In every different country all around the world, they get different ranges of rainfall. We're not worried about what the word normal means. What we're looking here is 6. We know we're going to use a 6. Are we going to use a positive or a negative 6? You're going to look for key words. The key word in this situation is 6 inches above. Is above a positive word or is it a negative word? I agree, it's a positive word. So we're going to go 6 up, more. All of those words mean above, and so we're going to use a positive number. Let's look at the second one. An average temperature of 6 degrees below normal. What is our key word in this situation? Right, below. It doesn't matter what normal means. Every country, different situations, doesn't matter. The key word in this situation is below. We are talking about 6 degrees below. Below is a negative number. You're going down. So we're going to use -6. Notice how we didn't put inches or degrees in either of our answers. We're talking about just integers. Okay, what do you think about the next one? A deposit of $30. A deposit of $30. If you don't know what deposit means, this may be a little bit harder. That is okay. You're going to get used to all of the keywords. You can deposit money into a bank. You can put a deposit down to hold your spot for something. The deposit is positive. And we're not going to use the dollar symbol. We're strictly going to write 30. This represents positive number, and we're talking about $30, so we would write positive 30. We're just writing integers. Why don't you try the next one without me? A loss of 14 yards. Great job. Loss is negative. Negative 14 would represent this situation. We're not talking about distance. We're talking about just the integer. So all you need to write is -14. The last one, maybe a little trickier if you don't know what withdrawal means. It means you're taking out $40. So how much less do you have in your bank once you've taken out $40. Yes, very good. Negative 40 is the integer used for this situation. Very good. Okay, so that is what integers are. Your number line numbers. We're not talking about fractions. We're not talking about decimals. We are talking about negative, positive, and the number 0. When you're thinking integers, think of a number line. Okay? And real life situations, remember, we're just looking for a number. It could be positive, it could be negative, or it could be 0. Do not use any symbols or words when you're answering those questions. Okay, great job, you guys.